I came into the community when I was 11, and I was the first in the family that, like after the Second World War, entered the community again. I went there and I liked it just because of friends, and not so much because the things that we get from it, because it was like just the beginning of revival of our community.
First, I think it's about people that I know inside of the community, about some common things that we do together, having some common, not maybe goals, but for sure values.
For me, to be connected to my Jewish community means to meet these people as much as I can, to be with them, to share their stories and to share their lives.
It's very important for me to be part of the Jewish community because it gives me a very strong identity and a sense of heritage.
And then I went to Sarvash, where I was the first time when I was 11, just a year after I came to the community, around that year. And because of Sarvash, I decided to stay in the community, and not just to stay, but to be more involved and to fight for continuation of our community and generally the Jewish people in our country.
I think it is important to have an interconnected Jewish world, mainly because we still can learn from each other. We don't have borders anymore. Judaism is one, the Jewish nation is one, and you don't have to be specifically in a Jewish state to belong to a Jewish community, sometimes a vibrant Jewish community, a powerful Jewish community.
Actually, back in Moscow, there is understanding about Russian and post-Soviet Union Jewish community. There is understanding about Israel, of course, and United States, like a huge Jewish community with huge amount of people, resources, and so on. But Jewish world is much more diverse. Europe countries have their own communities. Some Asian countries have their own communities. Last year I traveled to India, where I was meeting people from local Jewish communities in Delhi, Mumbai, Kerala. So, and it was very shocking to me that these people have the same, many years back ago, the same background as me, but I don't know nothing about them and about their Jewish life, about what is this for them to be Jews.
Belonging to a Jewish community, for me, it means belonging to a family, to be a part of a family. And the Jewish community, I don't consider it just locally, but like thanks to Sarvash and experience and connection that I have with it and people there, I feel connected not just locally, but also to other communities that are coming to Sarvash.
I feel very connected to my community because I work as a volunteer during the year, and also I meet children and their parents and grandparents also, but also to give my knowledge to the small kids and to the madrichim, so they will pass it to the kids afterwards.
First, it's a local thing that we know what is about Jewish life in Moscow and what to do to make it better, where to evolve it. And actually it's about knowing these people, to have a good friends among these people and to have some mutual development.
That we need to act as a part of the family, to be responsible for each other and to take care of each other. For me, it's taking care of the whole future of Jewish nation, of Jewish religion, and also keep the tradition.
For a Bulgarian kid, it's amazing to see that he is a part of an organization that is part of a huge network around all the world.
Everyone can find place in the Jewish world, even if it's a religious or non-religious, if it's secular or with no knowledge, with no background, but one way or another we give each other, we share our knowledge, we share our history, and this way we are becoming responsible for one each other.
It's really important to be connected. My opinion, we have like example for our country when we had the war in Serbia in '99. Thanks to Hungarian, a lot of people were saved, and either they after the war came back or were provided with the opportunity to have Aliyah in Israel. So I think it's really important, not just in these cases as bad cases, but also like in the good, to be connected and to support each other, to to know that we are together, to know that we have someone that is part of us.
If we don't have the sense of a people, although we are spread around the world, we will just get assimilated and lost in our different communities.
I think I can contribute by small steps to the global Jewish world as taking part of some small things, as being a madricha in the community, teaching the kids about who we are, about our tradition.
I think my contribution to the Jewish world will be the knowledge that I will pass to the kids, for sure, to the Chanechim in my camps, in my country and also in the other countries, and also to train the volunteers and the madrichim to be their role models for the children.
Also, it's important from educational point of view, when we're making some programs locally, for example in Moscow, to give people understanding that there is much more than your city, than your country, and even some neighboring countries. There are many communities all over the world, and you need to understand that you belong to something common.